What is up, guys? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today we're back again with the Future of Blank series. I know, it's been a while. We did a little bit of trolling with the Wyoming video. We all know how Wyoming is going to vote. So, yeah, we're back to it again, though. If you enjoy these type of videos, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, let's try to hit 366 likes on this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yes, I will do more of the Future of Blank series if we reach around 300 likes. So, we are doing the future of the Deep South today. That is right, the Deep South. And we're going to include a state like Florida in the Deep South. I know. But the Panhandle, that's the only part of the state that's the Deep South. Shut up. That's the closest we're going to get. And plus, I think we all know how Florida's going to go. It's not really going to matter that much, but I want to spend around a minute in each state because we kind of all know how each state is going to trend. It's quite obvious. So, let's get right started. Let's get right into it with the great state of Arkansas. Now, this used to be a Democrat stronghold. Everybody knows Bill Clinton won it here twice. And in 2000, 2004, it was within 10 points both times. But after 2000, it began to swing more and more Republican. Then in 2008, it swung like 10 points Republican, I believe. You know, when the nation was voting D+9, I think it was. So, we all know how Arkansas is going to go. And even in 2020, it trended like 5 points Republican. So, that's just Arkansas. There's not much to say about the state of Arkansas other than it's just going to get a bit more Republican. Sure, there's parts of Arkansas that maybe can get a bit more Democrat, but outside of that, I don't know. I really don't know much that could trend Democrat. You maybe could see like one of the districts maybe get slightly less Republican, like in the Little Rock area, but highly doubt it. I don't think much will change in the great state of Arkansas. Now we have Louisiana. Again, Louisiana is one of those states that voted for Clinton twice. And ever since then, just like Arkansas, it has trended significantly towards the Republicans. I mean, back in 1996, Clinton won it by 13. So, we all know how this state's really trending, and in recent years, it's gotten even more Republican. I mean, gosh, what part of the state is actually trending Republican? Maybe the New Orleans area, Democrat. Maybe the New Orleans area, parts of Baton Rouge. There's just not much that's trending towards the Democrats in the state of Louisiana. Now, they do have a Democrat governor, a Blue Dog Dem, but that's a little bit different. That's a rare case of a Democrat winning in the great state of Louisiana. He's only winning because he's socially conservative to moderate on all the issues. So, it's, again, another sense to be safe Republican. And the only race that's ever going to be probably competitive there is the governorship. There's always a moderate Democrat on the side of the Democrats. So, I don't see much changing in Louisiana. But again, if it's a governorship election, yeah, maybe it could be within 10 points. But outside of that, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, Mississippi. This is a state that I lost brain cells about because, boy, some people in the election Twitter, they are dense when it comes to this. In 2018, the Democrats were within 10 points in the senator race, yada, yada, yada. It's a bunch of nonsense. They're claiming because in a blue wave year, in a Senate race that's usually always within, 15 points, it got closer than usual. Wow, that's a big brain move right there. Guys, the Senate races, sure, they're going to probably be within like 10 points every now and then, especially in a blue wave year, but Republicans have constantly gotten 56, 55, 57, 57% of the vote in the state of Mississippi. And even the governorship race, it's not going to be much. Even in a blue wave year, they couldn't even win that. So, again, Mississippi maybe you could make an argument for a couple of Senate races. Every now and again, sure, you may have some absurd turnout in the black areas of the state, but it's not going to change much. It's still going to be safe Republican in the future. And again, some Senate races, sure, could be within 10, but that's about it. Now we get to one of the states that's actually intriguing when it comes to what's happening in America. Tennessee. Now, this is a state that voted for Clinton by around 2.5 percentage points. And it has gotten significantly more Republican as time has gone on. I mean, it went from voting for Clinton by 4.5 in 1992 to voting for Trump by 23 in 2020. That's just 28 years. A 27-point shift. That's a significant shift. Now again, there is some parts of Tennessee that is trending Democrat. Nashville area, places like Williamson County, Rutherford, Wilson County, and even Sumner County. You know, the more suburban parts of the state. But even then, the more exurban parts of Nashville, they're actually trending heavy Republican. It's just more so the traditional suburbs of Nashville is trending Democrat. You know, you got a lot of the Ben Shapiro types moving to Nashville, and unironically, he literally lives in Nashville now. So it's just a mess what's happening. But even then, it's still gonna be safe Republican. It's nothing's gonna change. And yes, population growth is increasing substantially in Nashville, but that doesn't mean that's just old Democrats moving there. There's a lot of Republicans also moving. So that's why I'm saying hold your horses on that. Now we have the great state of Alabama. I'm not even. Do I have to even mess around with this? I mean, in 1992, it was voted 7, 8 points for Dole? Or I should say, in 1996, it voted for 7 points for Dole. Now it's like, R plus 26? Yeah, that state's not going to go anywhere. I mean, last time Republican got underneath 60% of the vote was 2000. That's the last time they had under 60% of the vote in the state of Alabama. And there's no parts of Alabama that's significantly trending Republican, or I should say Democrat. The only parts is Shelby County, which is a suburb of Jefferson County, you know, where Montgomery is. Or Birmingham, I should say. Montgomery, in fact, is actually trending a bit Republican in some instances. So there's really not much to say about Alabama other than it's, trendy Republican even in some parts. It's not going to go Democrat anytime soon. Not even the Senate races, it's going to be close. I mean, you had 2017, one of the biggest flukes of all time, and you still won by like a 0.5 percentage point. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Now we got South Carolina. This is a weird one to me. South Carolina doesn't scream to be that, titanium Republican state, but at the same time, it doesn't scream, toss-up. It's kind of in between that. It's not really a toss-up. It's not a toss-up at all, actually. But at the same time, it's one of those states that's teetering between safe and likely. I mean, in 2008, it was within 9 points. In 2020, it was within 11.5 points. So it's one of those states that has a growing population. In some parts are trending more Democrat, but the parts that actually matter, places like Greenville County, Orangeburg County, they're kind of stagnating. And in fact, a couple of the bigger Democrat counties are swinging Republican. So it's kind of a wash. There's really not much trending Democrat outside of 2 counties in the state. So even with that, I know it's a weird state because, it's always 10, 11, maybe 9 points every now and then. It's never fluctuates that much. So I still think it's safe Republican. There's really not much that's trending the opposite way. Now we get to the state that will cause the most controversy, of course. The great state of Florida. The once purple state's now essentially a safe Republican state. I don't care what people say, it's basically safe Republican at this point. Now, for the near future, not so much. The last time that it voted more than 3 points Republican was 2004. That's when Bush won it by 5 points. But 2004 was a bit misleading because of what happened in 2001. So that's why the trends that Trump got in the great state of Florida are significantly more important than what Bush did. I mean, even places like Hillsborough County, which has Tampa in it, actually trended like a point or two Republican. Even parts of the Panhandle got more Republican. The suburbs of Orange County got more Republican. You know, the suburbs of Orlando, Miami-Dade. We all know what happened there. Places like Broward County got in more Republican. While in 2004, you had like some weird shifts in Miami-Dade, and Bush just had better results in the Panhandle. That's the big reason that he did significantly better in Florida. Not because he did better with Hispanics or anything like that. It was just mostly the national environment and just naturally Republican trending parts of the state just actually swung his way. So Florida, I think for the near future will be likely Republican. It's not gonna a Democrat's not gonna win a statewide office there for a while. I mean, even a red wave here, you'd be lucky, or I should say a blue wave here, you'd be lucky to win any of those statewide races. It's just, there's not really much you can do there. And that is, of course, the video I have done all these states in what, like 11 and a half minutes? Now, again, these are not exactly, like Florida in like 12 years, if things keep up, it's going to be safe Republican. While South Carolina is always teetering in between like a 9-point win for Republicans to a 12-point win for Republicans. But overall, this is what the future of the Deep South is looking like. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes, let us try to hit 300 likes on this video. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yes, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.